I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okie dokie, well, we're live.
Yep.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
The bird is the word, and the word is late, so we're going to start without them.
Wah
It's
wah.
not, to be fair, it's not his fault. He's being held up by a train.
True.
It's not his fault.
Great, now the stream's going to have a recording of me having to lower my volume on my phone.
I love when I hear echo on my end.
Listen,
It's
Especially my
fine.
own. It's terrifying. Hearing
least
myself
you-
in stereo.
At least you realized it at the top of the stream. I just noticed after... Well, it's gonna upload tomorrow technically, but my stream from yesterday has echo from the game, so I didn't turn off the desktop audio. Wah wah.
I had the joy of having to re-plug in everything to my computer because of things that are the most value in my house that I had to save from a tornado. It's definitely my computer and then my car. My car was already in the garage. That means unhooking very quickly before the power went out and taking it to the basement.
Touche.
But yes, I survived a storm. It was not fun, but I was damaged very little, so I take my wins where I can get them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yep, you're on the other side of it, and you're back on solid ground. Not possibly flying.
Well, I mean, I was on solid ground the entire time. It's just, at a certain point, when you are underground, it's completely pitch dark, and you have a irrational fear of darkness and anxiety. Yeah, that's not a great situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting down there using a lighter for a candle, just being like, okay, we can get through this, we can get through this. We took our meds today, we'll be fine.
And, I mean, Vaughn, I had that exact same fear because my wife just now figured that out because she finally asked me, if I'm by myself, why do I sleep with a light on? Because I don't want to be in the dark by myself. I feel like I see shit.
Aw.
If I turn the lights off, the demons will get me.
Right.
I mean, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly the fear came when I was little after watching the movie Darkness Fall.
Yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah.
I don't have a fear of the dark, but I'm just now realizing I have a lot of lights on in my room when I sleep. Because, like, I have this scented oil thing that has lights on while it's plugged in, and my computer itself produces some light, so it's just very barely lit in my room.
Up until recently, I had my Alexa on, which I would use for background noise and the little ring light on it. But let's just say that because of Daddy B is being an absolute crap show with those devices now, I have since decided to unplug it.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, do we want to start going around the horn?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was just waiting for... Choco's a little quieter on my end.
Yeah.
Also.
I noticed that too, that Choco was pretty quiet.
Well, I think they actually stepped away from their thing for a second, so they can pick up when they get back.
Boost you all the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think my settings were tweaked a little bit, maybe. All right. But yeah, let's go ahead and start going around the horn. Who wants to go first?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, places, the Blue Sky. I Caitlin C37 everywhere, basically. So if y'all want art, find me there. If you want merch, you can also find my links there as well. On Etsy. Right. Draco, go.
Hey everyone, you can find me here and Blue Sky and YouTube as Draco Medney. Sometimes there's an underscore in there. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Monday's my Persona 5 Scramblers. Tuesdays, when we're not here, we're playing Baldur's Gate, me, Hoshi, and Chaco. Wednesdays is my D&D campaign, Barovian Odyssey. Thursdays is our party streams. And Friday, I play Pokemon Scarlet, doing a thing I call a Draco Lock. I can only use dragons, Pokemon that evolve into dragons, Pokemon that look like dragons. And it's been going, honestly, pretty well.
How's that work in the early game?
Well, the starter, there is a lizard. There's good old Fuecoco, so I grabbed him. I was able to find a Magikarp really early, and I lucked out because a viewer decided that they wanted to give me 2 eggs, so I got a shiny Sceptile and a shiny Dratini from them from sheer luck.
Oh.
Wow.
So now I have a pretty well-rounded party at this point, still early on. But that would do it for me. Believe Hoshi is next.
Hello, I'm Roy Hoshi. You can find me on all social media as Roy Hoshi. Tuesdays, if I'm not here, I'm streaming with Draco and Chaco playing Baldur's Gate 3. Wednesdays, you can find me on Draco's channel playing in Barovia Odyssey as Clover. Depending on how stuff goes, I might start streaming on Thursdays. It's just depends on I'm currently in the middle of processing getting a new job at the moment. So whenever I get my new job hire date and what my schedule is, then I can figure out when I can do more streams. But that's it for me. Milla.
Hello, I am your illustrious DM for tonight, Milla Ninja. You can find me on Blue Sky at Milla Ninja, and also on Twitch at Milla Ninja. Streams to be determined. Just because there's going to be a blizzard tomorrow for sure. Also, after this, you can usually find me over on the Jake's channel, opposite of this campaign, for Adosian Anthology's Legacy of the Deal Breakers. Aside from that, not much else for me. Chaco.
Draco and Hoshi do Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, we finally made it to the city and there's a murder mystery to solve, so Detective Zemotus is on the case.
I feel terrible, Chaco, but you are way off in the distance, and I didn't hear a darn thing you just said.
I had to boost you to 150.
Yeah, I boosted him to 200 on my end, and I can hear him pretty well.
Okay.
I don't know why that is.
Did your mic settings change?
Could you be on the wrong mic?
There is a Windows update that did fuck with a lot of mic settings recently. It definitely fucked up.
I did do an update probably yesterday, I think.
Yeah, double check.
Because I could do it.
So I'm going to lower you back down to 100 while you try to fix that, and we can have you shield during the break, so 1 second. Just getting you back to normal so you don't blow out the stream. There we go.
Yeah. And then while he's doing that, you can also catch DeLuna 13. He'll be showing up a little bit later, like we said. You can catch him on the socials at DeLuna 13 or DeLuna 1338, where he streams alongside with Draco and company. Aside from that, Vaughn, round out the intro.
Yeah, hi. You've already found me here at Burnout, twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn. This week, it won't be streamed, but there might be something that'll go up the day after Friday. Some things are happening in the background. Ooh woo. But then our next actual streamed game will be Saved by the Spell, where we are fighting our final boss of the first year of our time at Strixhaven. And souls could be literally erased. Those are the stakes we're dealing with. Also, the person who can erase souls is a vampire, and we're only level 6. So, everyone has in-game strategies and has tried to save their best spells, except for like 3 people, which is half the party. So I'm sitting here with my desperate plan being like, okay, I really hope this works. But yeah, when I'm not fighting for my lives, I'm fighting for my life in, Cardicus. Because then the next thing we have is Sunday is Those Who Wander, where the Mists have literally taken away our party's leader and nominal, like, financial mascot. Again, he was so bankable. I'm gonna miss you, Citric. But yeah, we had to lock the fuck in, me and Zan, as realizing, okay, we have spent less than 2 weeks in this domain of dread, and we have now become the senior party members. So we have to emotionally and socially level ourselves up and start pulling our weight and grow much faster than we plan to as people. So yeah, that's been interesting, considering I'm playing a character based on Michael Myers. Oh.
God damn.
Yeah, no, deep lore for whoever watches both Those Who Wander and Feys of Our Lives. I literally heard of an old interview where they didn't even have a proper name for Michael Myers for the start of the script, so they just called him The Shape, and I was like, I want to play that. I want to play The Shape. Yeah, that's all for me. So, Milla, if you want, could you give us the story of what happened last time? Because it's been over a month and none of us fucking remember.
I'm glad you asked, Vaughn. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's session of Feys of Our Lives, a while beyond the Witchlight campaign. Where last we left our illustrious guests in the Witchlight Brigade of Vezka, Dove, Fredicat, Sola, Sidara, and Rudy, the party had successfully triumphed over the hag Scabatha Nightshade. And by overcame her, they indeed in fact slay her. They continued their search inside her lair of Gloomhaven in order to try and find any other missing children that were possibly displaced. After dealing with the living doll seamstress, who was in charge of, the various city jobs that were inside the base, the party continued their search. They did manage to find a couple of more children that were in various other alcoves inside of Loomlurch, including as they made their way up to Scabatha's bedroom, where they encountered a tiny dollhouse. Sensing something of magical worth inside of it, Dov set his trusty little dormouse Dorman inside of it, where he was able to secure quite a few valuable items, including one in particular that was tied to Predicats. A magical smoking pipe. As he managed to touch this, he regained his ability to gain inspiration, as well as being able to cast magical fires. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know it's been kind of a hot minute, but anyway. With the rest of the children in tow and the rest of the spoils looted from Loomlurch, as they made their way out, they looked inside one of the pantries to see a rather pale-looking child with a pig's mask on, standing there, menacingly. After provoking the child and getting into a quick spat with it, which resulted in it being annihilated by a guiding bolt from Vezka, the party then sought to return with all the children in tow to Little Oak's Little Respite, where they celebrated their hard-earned victory with their growing child army of Will the Feywild. There, they also regained the displacer kitten known as Star, and they continued on with their little social encounters during the night. And as the dawn rises, we return to our party as they prepare to head out, with guidance from their little can squirt, into the far realms of Yawn. What will our party encounter as they make their way through the fog at some point? As the sand falls through the hourglass, let us answer these questions in tonight's episode of Feys of Our Lives.
Can I just say I never thought I'd have to have the same moral quandary as Diamond Dog, where I have to look to my friend and go, are we the baddies having a master child army?
No,
No.
we made the child army to fight an evil hag. It's fine. They're fine, probably.
Again, we weaponize a child army. Are we the baddies? I say as Praedycots, the murder hobo.
No, we made them stronger. We taught them to survive.
The Feywild's a crazy place. You need to know how to defend yourself.
Hoshi, Draco, I want you to understand, it's that logic that makes a Raiden. Raiden is not well adjusted. They spend several games, like, showing you that.
Look, this is better than Zadaro's father that wanted to kill children for tickets.
I was there for that. Crazy.
So was I.
I forgot about that, but then I also remembered that my character had to be told, no, we don't kill children. He's like, oh, okay.
Oh yes. Speaking of other stuff, one other important thing I forgot is that while you were exiting Loom Lurch, you did encounter a wooden rocking horse, which upon further inspection, it seemed like there was a hole in its forehead, where possibly a horn could have been. Your party has possibly came to the conclusion that this may in fact be the missing mate of Lamorna. Maybe?
We took that, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
you have the Rocky Horse with you. Sola managed to, successfully not agitate the Rocky Horse.
Hooray. Or is that again? Do we just kind of have that?
Yep.
I'd say
Well,
add to your
if you're
inventory because
carrying it
we'll
around
probably
at
get-
least.
Yeah, so on our way out, we'll just drop that with the other, like, unicorn. And then be like, we'll try to fix it if you'll help us, blah, blah, blah.
Mm. You didn't grab my notes.
Okay, so you're wanting to take the Rocky Horse back to Wayward Pool to Lamorna?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we can carry a whole rocking horse for the rest of the campaign, in fairness.
I mean, we have a barbarian for that.
I mean,
This is true.
I mean, yeah, but Barbarian would still be just carrying it, so probably just. Yeah, should probably just like give it to their mate and just be like, we got you eventually.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well-
I could weaponize it.
No,
Well, we don't want to break it. If we break it, it will come back normally. It'll be pieces of a unicorn.
probably.
We just
It will be fine.
I mean, technically in D&D, that's a mortal sin because they're a celestial.
We could also, I guess, maybe, like, tie it to Skyla's side or something. If we
Then we have-
really wanted to.
But then we have to worry about Skyla using it as a chew toy.
True.
He wouldn't.
She
Points
would.
to it eating a goblin that you stole from the battlefield.
I did not steal it. I was getting food.
Pretty guys just be like,
baby.
the semantics of that would call that grave robbing.
I mean, is it grave?
It's not grave robbing. It's not in the ground.
I was actually just about to say, is it grave robbing if there's no actual grave?
You don't want to go down that. You don't want to go down that line of questioning. It justifies a whole lot of what necromantics do.
And I guess we also have to ask the question, because now I'm wondering about it. When does grave robbing become archaeology? Not relevant to our particular conversation now, but now it's got me thinking about it.
The fuck is archaeology?
So, if you go to, like, an ancient tomb or something, and you loot stuff out of that, and you do that so that you can sell it or bring it to a museum of some kind.
Isn't that grave robbing?
See, that's the thing! It's a very thin line if there is one. So when does it become one or the other?
Don't let me put it to you this way. The only difference between screwing around and science is writing it down.
I'll say in the morning, as you all, begin to ponder these questions, you hear a giddy cry as you kind of look up for a split second. And you see just, maybe about 10 feet above you guys. You look up and you see Null, the drow boy that you rescued from Moonlurch. He's currently flying on the rocking horse?
Hmm.
Is that good?
I guess that's a thing it can do. I mean, I have my broom. If we want to keep it with us, I guess someone could also have a flying rocking horse.
Well, I guess that would be up to the child. Uh, is everything good?
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Do you not? Sorry, go ahead.
Null kind of struggles for a little bit more. He's like, okay, it was fun for a little bit just going straight, but he does manage to eventually bring it down towards you.
What'd you do? How'd you make it do that?
You see, I saw the rocking horse, and rocking horses are meant to be rode on, and I just sat on it, and then it just started hovering, and I'm like, all of a sudden it took off, and then I was just having a blast, and I'm like, never had a chance to fly with this, but yeah, it made me realize that, Scabathon did like to write this thing.
We don't have a means to communicate really with this unicorn, right?
I don't think so.
I mean, I could attempt.
No. Yeah, I'll save the trouble above board. It's basically a construct right now that it doesn't really have any languages, so there's no real means to communicate with it.
I was just
asking it how it feels about being written.
I take that back. There's no reason for it. There's no way that it can communicate with you.
I just want to check one thing here, just because Milla, would this still count?
Let me grab the chat.
I mean, it's wood.
Yeah.
Branson can speak for the tree. Not Branson. Praedycots can speak for the trees, but it's mostly about murder.
Is it still a plant if it's a dead tree, though?
Well, it was never a true tree in the first place.
Exactly. It still doesn't really help your argument.
I know. I'm just throwing out there that I have 5 of these a day, and they last for an hour. Oh, 10 minutes. Sorry, still.
Well, before you go to actually cast that, I'll let you make a nature check for this, or Arcana of your choice.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nature. That's a 13.
Well, since it's made from wood, it's not living wood, then you suspect that speak with plants probably wouldn't work.
Actually, no. I can't talk to it. Also, why would I talk to it? I didn't want to talk to its mate.
I mean, we could ask how it feels about being ridden if we could communicate, but due to the lack of communication, I guess we could just use it as Scabatha did.
I think the point is moot in that we would use it because us using it would mean it would get its horn back and be turned back to normal, so it's in its best interest to let us use it.
That's true, but it's always nice to ask before you hop on someone's back and say, hey, take off.
He's just gonna deadpan stare at you like he has ever thought about what the nice thing to do is.
You're right, forgot who I was talking to. Sorry about that.
Well, in the meantime, I guess we could still try, though. And, Solo will, kind of sidle up to the horse. And she'll just be like, okay. So, if it's alright, I'm going to sit on you now. And if you are okay with it, to help us and so we can get your horn back, take off if you're good with it. And if you're not good with it, don't take off. And she'll go ahead and sit on it.
As you go to sit on it, you feel it begin to levitate just so it's off the ground.
Okay, cool. Do you want to go back to your mate? If yes, keep levitating. If no, drop back down.
Make an insight check.
Insight check. Let's see, but it would help if I got my sheet out.
Can anyone do this? Insight on the horse.
Yeah, I'll allow anyone to make an insight check.
22.
13.
Dara slowly just has a red cat body to Skyla. Feed her for the
Also
day.
12.
I forget.
Let's see. I'll say Dolph is the other one that gets this for certain. You get the sense that it really doesn't have a means to communicate back, so not from any sort of lack of trying, it's just in the nature of its state. So you can gather that Sola sitting on the rocking horse is basically, just the first step to letting her use it to fly. So all she has to do is, treat it like a mount and tell it which way to, or command it which way to go.
So I don't think it has any means of communication at this time. I think you just sitting on its back was the activation for its current state to hover.
Oh, darn. Well, we tried politeness. So I guess what do we do? Should we bring it back to its mate? Should we use it?
I mean, the last hag we fought couldn't fly, right?
I guess. Besides Domp.
Yep. I still have my broom, so I could fly with at least one other person on here. And the rocking horse gives us another thing to use for flying. Does it look like the horse could support more than one person or just one person?
I will say that for the flying wrecking horse, there is only enough room for one medium or small creature to fit on it.
Okay. So it definitely looks like we can only have one. So that's 3 people, technically speaking, could be airborne with our current capabilities.
That is very handy.
Well, if we have an enemy that flies, 2 of us can only attack with our physical attacks. Actually, no, 3. Rhodey's still sleeping.
I guess maybe it would be better if we do take it with us, at least as a mount.
And I mean, if we find the horn, we can just immediately put it back in and turn him back to normal.
That is true. Although I guess that comes back to the other problem of how are we just going to carry it around?
I mean, you could just ride it.
True.
I guess. I just feel a little bad for making it do it this whole time.
Like, if combat were to happen, whoever's sitting on the back could fly it towards the enemy and ha!
Yeah, I was about to say, I have no sense of feeling bad, so I can just mount it right now.
Solo just kind of pets the horse. I mean, all right. We'll keep it for now. And then yeah, we'll just figure it out from there. Where do we want to go next? Where are we going?
Only one more place to go. Yawn. We've gone hither. We've gone thither. All that's left is Yawn.
Well, no, we could still go back to hither and kill the witch that just fled there.
True, but I feel like she's just gonna keep vanishing on us until we find a proper counter for that disappearing act she pulls.
I feel like the counter would just be shredding the lily pad when we get there.
No. Break her jaw so she can't speak to cast spells.
Or if anyone could possibly learn Counterspell at some point,
Or
we could
silent.
get that skill.
Especially
Maybe Silence.
Pridcatch turns to you with only nature spells and his weird vampiric claws and just like, that's on you.
I'm not sure if I can get that spell. Sola, any possibility of you ever learning Counterspell?
I think
Bards actually
So-
can't.
Really? I thought they could.
You usually
Not
have to.
until they're magical secret.
Yeah. Because as a lore bard, that was one of the first two I chose.
Yeah. Although that said, I at least have like some options that could kind of work, but not that exactly. I can blind a foe, and I do believe some spells require a visual aspect, but
Most actually.
yeah, most actually. So it's something.
What
And I do
level-
also have sleep, but you know, there's always, of course, the possibility that it might not work.
Speaking of which, did we ever find out why she was screaming about her conscience?
Yo, that was me. I pretended to be her conscience and told her to go home, so we wouldn't have to deal with both of them at the same time.
Wow, they're either very crazy or very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They're very
I
stupid.
I can be very convincing. Put on an old woman voice and everything.
I still want to kill her.
I still want to kill them, but I'm indifferent in the order. I'm just going because she's the one who's supposed to have the horn.
Well, she lost it. That doesn't necessarily mean she has it. She could have lost it literally anywhere in the Feywild, as far as we know.
She got away from me twice. I want her to die.
And I understand that, but if we don't have any means of keeping her from poofing, this is just going to repeat itself to infinitum. Above game, hold person wouldn't work on a hag, would it?
No.
It'd have to be hold monster, yeah?
Yeah, I recently learned that I can't use that to solve my vampire problem, so passing on the knowledge.
I do appreciate that. That's good to know. As someone running Curse of Strahd and also plotting for other possible ways to hold this hag down.
Jake, you forgot we have an item that does hold vampire.
True. You do have that. Okay. Well, I might one day be able to learn a spell to hold her in place, so that could potentially work.
Oh, I have that.
Oh, well, all right then.
You'll just watch
So-
as he just dips his claws into the ground and do. I can do this 4 more times a day.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome in, Zelina. We're just,
All
no worries. We're just, it's still the morning after your celebratory party as everybody's up and packing, so.
We have another way to
oh,
fly,
nope.
and we're all just trying to figure out how to make a hag not fly away.
Yeah, turns out that the rocking horse you guys found, it can serve as a flying mount, too.
Well, that's lucky.
Yeah.
Sindari slowly raised her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I once saw my father use a spell called Mage Hands to cover up somebody's mouth for keeping them from using spells. Would that work?
Maybe. It's certainly worth a shot. But the spell I'm thinking of will actually paralyze Bavlorna and keep her from doing anything for a good long while. I just have to figure out exactly how to work it out.
It comes to something like that, take your time.
Hmm. Is he taps the teapot. Figuring out how to convert curses into actual power does take a bit of time, but I think I might be able to get that working out.
Wait a minute. Is it Rodeo Warlock too?
No,
Mhm.
he's actually, yeah, he is. I forgot about that.
You can learn Counterspell, actually.
True.
You know what? Let me just check.
Warlocks
eventually.
can learn it, but you're also multi-class, so chances of you being able to cast it in a timely fashion is not going to work for us.
Yeah, you would have to hold on to your spell slots and make sure you have it specifically for when she casts Plane Shift or whatever she's doing.
For me, it's that thing of like, did I have counterspell? Because if I have it, I'll use it. Not, can't.
I mean, we're level 6. You would have to have stayed completely Warlock to have it.
Yeah, it's a level 3 spell, so you wouldn't be getting it for some time.
Yeah, because I'm only level 2. And Warlock.
Dang, okay. I mean, we could always check out the other hack for right now. Then. I'll take my frustration out on her. Now, if she disappears, I'm really going to go apeshit.
Oh, also, I learned I could do this, and you'll just watch as Praedycots points at his hand, and a small patch of ground just lights on fire, as he now has the full abilities of all of Druidcraft. This would have been nice in the winters.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. At least it's a useful thing you can do now.
I mean, yeah, as you'll see as again, remember, he only has this cloak, a pair of pants that's tied with a belt, and no shoes, so yeah, this man's been standing very cold in very many winters.
Hmm. Well, if there's
As Sala, you can feel that the your competitive friend is beginning to rouse a little bit, and he's currently doing vocal warm-ups.
I forgot he was with us.
I did too.
Been pretty quiet, all things considered.
Yeah, he's just been in the background, humming and nasally singing.
So we'll just kind of like pluck the strings of her violin along with them.
He does his best to match the pitch of your strumming. It's kind of a rough morning, kind of takes him a little bit to get warmed up.
He's good, I don't judge.
Well, all right then. As you hear Squirt just looking around. Y'all ready to head off for Yawn?
I believe so.
Great! We just gotta head for the mountains over that way. As he just takes his candy, points it over that way. That's the best way to make it over to Yawn.
Remind me, does this character have art?
Yes, let me go and see if I Squirt. Actually, I'm not sure if I've shown you his art particularly.
I don't think so.
I vaguely think you did, but it had no impact because it was a month ago, and we
I was
met
gonna say,
right before a party.
the main thing, like, whatever you might have told us or done, it's been a month, and personally speaking, I've had my account hacked since that happened. So a lot of things.
Apparently, he doesn't have a hand up. I'll go ahead and post his art in the
Okie doke. It's
But yeah,
weird.
he's
There's not a
a-
handout.
Yeah.
But I say, if you want to put it up for the game, you can just upload it.
But yeah, he looks like one of those very old-timey, very bulbous-looking tin oil cans with a spout on it that's like bent at a slight angle.
Oh, him. Yes. Okay. Now I
Yeah, you
remember.
did show us art of him. I think.
It's like, why can't I see? Though, is the question. Oh, that's why I had to be in the right handout. There he is. There he is.
Huh.
Oh,
How did we not forget him? He's kind of adorable, actually.
I don't think they showed us this.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
no,
I
I don't
take
think I
it. I
see.
take it back. We haven't seen this.
I don't know why you get a different face in my mind.
It's probably because of the tin soldiers. That's what I was thinking of.
I thought so too.
I was thinking like Cuphead style, like rubber hose face.
Yeah.
See, that's what I was thinking too, actually.
Yeah, it's weird, but as you look at him, it's like he basically has indentations that serve as his eyes and mouth, so that's basically how he's able to talk.
Well, then lead the way, tiny one.
I have to double check to see if he's actually got a movement, or how big his movement speed. Oh, yeah, he can hover. So he just kind of hovers over. Yeah, let's go. And then he starts leading you in the direction towards the mountains.
So does anyone take our mount?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm still riding on it. So
I've already got my own. I can fly on my broom, so I have no horse in this race, pun intended.
Yeah, I was gonna say if people were gonna waffle on who would get to use it, while people were waffling, Praedycast was just gonna step on it and just let it fly.
And Dara's just gonna get on Skylar's back.
yeah, Solo was riding away. So
Right.
I should do it.
I just realized half of the party now technically have mounts.
Hooray!
That's true. We've got a broom and an owlbear and a rocking horse.
I can't have a mount because everything summoned by Summon Beast is small.
Rip to Turbo.
But I do have a way to get through swimming environments, so I will use that.
All right. As Squirt leads you across the various forests, you manage to still see barely off in the distance some of the trees that were poking out from Loom Lurch. Although you're far enough away that you're not really that close to it. You continue to march on. As you begin to walk your way through the mist into the mountains. And allow me to read this for you.
Oh.
As you have pierced the veil. You stand on a path that winds between rocky crags on a mountainside. The sky is dark and full of roiling thunderclouds. You are greeted by a howling wind. For a second, lightning splits the sky, striking nearby mountaintops, and illuminating a distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle carved out of it. Well, here we are, in Yawn.
This is actually quite neat. A little grim, but the rocks are quite lovely.
It is certainly awe-inspiring, to say the least.
Sure is
Right.
loud.
Now we just need to find our way from here.
Let's
Please.
see. For emphasis, let me just go ahead and I'll just grab a token just to see whereabouts he matches in. Yeah, right about here. Winding
we
through the various cracks and passes. Go ahead.
Do we see this from our current position? The big ol' structure over there?
Not currently. The castle's the easiest thing to see, but kind of based off where you're at, we'll say you're kind of on the northern face of the mountains over here.
Okay. I guess our only problem is to figure out which way we should start heading. I know we need to find A, the horn of our unicorn friend here. 2, one of the hags. And 3, I believe his name was Amadar the Dandelion, who knows how to get to the prison Heart's Desire that's found somewhere around here. That's where the original monarch of the whole section of Prismere is.
Well, I would think that as she says, actually, are we able to just kind of see off into the distance like any of these like castles and like I guess more specifically this castle? Are we able to see that? Is that like high up?
Yeah, that castle in particular is just barely high enough where you can see it. And you hear another lightning strike as you see a lightning strike, and then you hear the consequential thunder as you see lightning kind of arcing from the various rods, it looks like, as it travels from the rods up to the castle.
I'm going to make an educated guess that that is where our final hag is. So if we want to explore and make sure that we really have a good chance at finding things, maybe we should just kind of save that for later.
Fair enough.
Yeah, very much so. I don't want to, don't want to go in blind.
You're not wrong.
I mean, we've gone in
You
blind
hear
for
another
every
crack of
fight.
thunder and a crash of lightning. You see 2 figures standing on an outcrop of rock outlined against the stormy sky. One is a slender female elf wearing a crescent moon mask, and the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier strapped to its stem. A honeybee the size of an orange buzzes around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf is the first to notice you. As she points in your direction, the dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose. The honeybee buzzes more loudly as it flies, circling around the 2 of them.
Huh.
Well, I think we may have found one of the people we were looking for.
You don't want to do this.
I was about to say, do we kill this one?
Well, let's not jump to that immediately. We might need them to get to Prison of Heart's Desire.
In how many pieces?
I mean, I think they need to be able to communicate with us. So,
Okay, no limbs, got it.
are one of you Amadar the Dandelion by any chance?
The dandelion just kind of turns its head up towards the elf and then down to you. That's me. What business have you?
Well, we have a few things we want to accomplish while here in yonder. We're looking for a unicorn horn so that we can get our horse friend here back to his original form. We are looking for a hag that my friend Predicates over here wants to kill. And we want to free the original monarch of these lands to maybe bring things back to the way they should be.
Hmm. The dandelion eventually lowers his rapier and looks up towards the elf. He just kind of nods, and you hear him say, "Maybe we should ask them for help." The elf just kind of looks down at the dandelion, and just tilts her head slightly. Although you do see there is some long hair kind of behind the mask, which is again in the shape of a crescent moon.
To be fair, we do have a child army that owes us a favor.
Would we be able to get them all here?
More importantly, would they be all able to get here safely?
Also true.
They do
I mean,
got
if they
the
stay,
tree.
yeah, I was about to say, if they stay in the treehouse, they should be fine. We just have to weaponize them when we make our attack.
Well, would you be able to help us, perhaps? I could offer my services as a guide if need be, as, The dandelion looks up to you, which you know by now is, Amador.
I guess what do you need help with?
Well, you see, myself and my love, Pollinella, and he just takes a leaf and he points to the bee that's flowing or buzzing around his head. We're on the run from a Cyclops beekeeper. We ran into Gleam, and he points to the elf. And we resolved to help her after hearing her sad tale. You see, Endlin Moongrave snipped off her shadow using a pair of magic scissors and has imprisoned her twin sister, Glister.
Well, we are going to be heading... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Due to the rule of hospitality preventing the hag from harming his sister, he has her in her care, but Gleam is sensing that, her sister has been rather dire distress.
So can one or both of these problems be fixed with magic or murder?
This does sound like one of those instances, yes.
Yeah,
Well,
very much.
Well, there's a reason why I'm separated from my sister. As she just kind of waves at her mask. Endlin believes her own demise will occur during an eclipse. Because there's no moon in the sky over Young, the eclipse will be a symbolic display rather than a literal one. Since I am the embodiment of the moon and my sister Glister is in turn the embodiment of the sun, she separated us so that they keeping her as a guest, and by keeping us apart, she helps to forestall her doom.
Interesting. So it definitely serves our purposes to have you come along with us when we're ready to confront Endlin, it sounds like.
Did I hear correctly that you wish to restore the realms, as it were? You hear Amador just perk up. If you agree to help us, I can serve you as a guide. I can lead you directly to the Palace of Heart's Desire.
That would
That'd
be fantastic.
Very helpful. Very helpful.
So, what do we get to kill?
I
Well,
imagine. Oh, go
I
ahead.
heard you were pondering the use of help, it seems like. There's a couple of ways we could do that. The mountains here are home to a clan of Korans. They're stout fey creatures who harass the strength of iron. They gather and dance at Lockberry Henge. Perhaps you can strike up an alliance with them and see if they can help you. There's also an elf prince named Alagarthus who made a bargain with Undolin and now finds himself trapped at the Fey Beacons, searching for a way home. There's also Hurley, who's a bugbear that made a bargain with her, and now he's unhappy with how things played out. And now he's forced to perform in the morbid theater. He used to work at the Witchlight Carnival like I and my sister did.
Did you wear a jack-o'-lantern head?
I'm
What
sorry?
Did he wear a jack-o'-lantern head? A little jack-o'-lantern? I feel like I remember this. I do remember this. What was his name? Burley.
All right.
Yes, I believe that was his name, yes. And his brother is Hurley, who is trapped here.
Ah, okay.
I forget. Do they follow us? Praedykas just starts looking around our gathered group of like random people, because they definitely followed us for most of the first half of this. I don't know if they stayed behind.
Well, I believe the pilot and Clapperclaw, you told them to stay in thither, right by the border of Heather. And you just continued on to Yawn.
Oh yes, we definitely just left them. Huh? I hope they left.
I hope they would go home, unless we need a way back.
Oh well, I stopped caring.
It'd be fine.
So Hurley's probably going to be with Endolin at the theater. The Koreds. Well, I guess the next question is which one is closest to our current position?
I was about to say, can we actually see the hinge over around here? And I forgot I can't ping in this game.
This one?
No,
Abador
Or-
just looks around and says, well, yeah, I could show you where Lockberry Henge is.
All right.
It'll take a little. All right. As Abador and Gleam and Pollinella begin to lead you through the various crags, and a few cutbacks, you make your way closer to one of the towers that you had seen the lightning arc of. As you get a closer look at it, it looks like it's made of copper. And eventually you hear another lightning strike as you see all the electricity from it begin to arc across the ranges towards the castle.
I have a question. How important are those to the hag?
Well, rumor has it she uses all of the lightning to power her machinations at the theater on top of Motherhorn.
Alright, give me a moment. I have to climb a mountain.
I mean, I could also use my broom to just fly you up there, if we're going to be destroying these lightning rods.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could cut the base all the way through the base.
Now, before you go and do that, and she'll turn to our new friend. what would the chances be, should we destroy these, that the lightning could go out of control?
Let's see. What's up? Where are
Would
you?
would we be risking our harm by destroying these?
Another important question would be, do these benefit anyone aside from the hag?
At that point, Predicats also look. I would say our chances are the regular chances of being struck by lightning.
Where are you? Lightning rods. Here they are. Yeah, as you make your way closer to the lightning rod. Yeah, this one in particular is 30 feet tall, and it's adorned with a large star on it. That's a 10-foot diameter. How do you... Let's see. If you wish to, how do you wish to take down this lightning rod?
The way Predicats deals with everything. Primal Savagery. And remember, Primal Savagery does acid damage, and copper can be actually cut through with acid.
Yep.
I can also assist with that since I have the acid splash spell. So the two of us could go at it with acid.
Okay, well, you miss with your, Primal Savagery, as, despite your best efforts to hit it, it just clangs off. They do have an AC that is higher than normal.
Okay, so let me ask you something with Acid Splash. Can a lightning rod make a dex check? Because I need a dex save, or it takes the full acid damage it would take from my casting of it.
It would technically fail, I suppose.
So that would be 12 acid damage to this thing.
And because we're not in turn order, Predicats will literally just keep throwing Primal Savagery at till he starts carving through it, so it's kind of a moot point. This thing can't defend itself.
And Centaur's just gonna whack it with a warhammer.
I like imagine the imagery of me launching tea at this thing, sizzling it away, while Predicats is just hacking away at it at the same time. And in comes Syndra with a warhammer.
Alright. Yeah, it just determines, like, how long it's gonna take for you guys to actually take this lightning rod down. Sidara, you'll miss. That hits, Predicat.
Alright.
12.
Technically, I do the max damage of 12 because of my empowered cantrip, and this is one target, so...
Alright.
Reduce 12 for every round of combat, I guess.
Alright. 15 will miss, Sidara. 22 hits.
12, 24.
Alright, then...
I'm just gonna stop.
That'll miss. Another hit of Acid Splash. There. That will hit. Predicats. So between the combined acidic efforts of Predicats and Dove, you eventually do manage to corrode the base enough as it starts to tip over and it crashes down the mountainside with a resounding clang.
I want to say the last thing like he does is that he literally just Sparta kicks this thing to like push it down the mountain.
Dumph is gonna hold up his hand for a high five from Predicats. Good job.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's the thing people sometimes do to congratulate each other on a job well done. You clap your hand against mine. It's a high five.
He is going to give you the slowest and lightest high five. Hold it there for a second. This is pointless.
Well, some people feel good from doing it.
Ah, yes, idiots.
Sindar's eyes just twitch as she just walks away, just dragging her warhammer.
As you all begin to collect yourselves after this resounding victory, seemingly against Endel Moongrave, you hear the winds begin to howl a lot fiercer than they did when you arrived. As the dust begins to kick up into your eyes, you begin to squint at it. But as you look in the distance, as if by some manner of divine misfortune, you see a large tornado begin to bear down towards your way. And I need everybody to make a strength saving throw.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Well,
Oh,
this is
Gonna be
fuck,
considered a group check.
It's like, oh fuck, here's me with my little bird bones.
11.
17.
8.
Can I preemptively do
Well.
something?
What was that, Chaco?
Can I do something preemptively?
And what's that?
Bless.
Sure. Yep, I'll allow you guys to. Who do you give the bless to?
Don't Predicats and Rudy. I think it's 3. Let me check. Yes. Don't Predicats and Rudy get you all get a D4.
Right, so my 11 becomes a 14.
My 8 becomes a 11.
Let's see. That's unfortunately for Dov and Predicates, that's a fail. A fail. Sola, you pass.
I was about to say, Rudy also didn't roll his.
Oh no, he did. He got a 9.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
it.
I probably failed.
No,
No,
your
yeah.
D4.
Yeah, you had a D4.
Oh,
Although
right.
I don't know if it'll help him.
Nah. I'll save above for the DC for this is gonna be a 17.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
Oh, we
roll
all
for Avatar, Glebe,
It was worth the
Palinella
effort.
passed.
Solo's the only one who lives.
Squirt failed. So that's pretty much gonna be a majority of the party's going to fail.
What
As
about
you
Skylar?
all, Skyla, yeah, she failed as well. As you're
wait.
all going to begin to get picked up by this tornado. And like the Wizard of Oz, you begin to get thrown around inside of it.
I have +7.
I had a plus nothing.
I have
Oh,
a
this is
minus
probably
1. Strength is Vesca's don't stat.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, eventually, you get carried by the tornado for a while, and let's see. You all take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, or force damage, as eventually you're ejected from the tornado, and you land.
Does this include me?
Yes,
You said how much?
12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, wouldn't Soul only get halved because they
It was a group
succeeded,
check.
didn't they? Oh, right, it's group check.
Yeah, it's
Forgot.
a group check, so everybody failed. Let's see.
Ow!
I have to double check your saves as well with this. Okay. This other stuff has going on in the background. My apologies. So, Dom failed by 5. Rudy failed by 5 or more.
I think everyone but Sola failed by 5 or more.
Well, with the bless, I got 14, and you said it was a 17, so I didn't fail by 5 at least for Domf.
I did.
I think everyone else, however, who didn't succeed did.
Let's see. Okay. Predacats, as you're flying, as you go to land, you go to see yourself. You actually notice that your dagger is missing from your hilt. It seemed like it got lost during the commotion.
Well, Predacats will just throw away the now useless scabbard because he's not really attached to his weapons.
Oh no.
Can Rhodey? Can I roll and see if Rhodey notices that or something?
We'll get to it in a second. Dump.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin to pick yourself up, your ball in the cup is missing.
No.
Sadara.
I just picture Sindara just do a scorpion fall.
You notice that 2 of your javelins are missing, Sindara.
It would have been funnier if they were the corpses for Skyla.
Oh no.
Here. Give him that idea.
You know what? Yeah, we'll say that off of Skyla, the goblin corpses blew away.
How many?
How many did you have?
3?
2 of them blew away. Let's see. Who else do we have?
Fuck.
Veska.
But you had to say something.
Oh. Veska, I'm sorry, but your sharp bow's gone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I can live without it.
Rudy, let's see.
It would be funny if he lost his.
If I lost Nest somehow?
Yeah, but you can reclaim it, so it wouldn't matter. But
It's
it
a
would be funny.
non-magical item.
Okay.
However, you notice that your crowbar is gone.
Damn it!
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Have to double check damage that everybody else took too. Let's see. 12 points. Oh yeah, that's right. How's Amador holding up? Oh, he's looking very bruised, but he's doing all right. Paulinella looks like she's in real rough shape, though. Oh,
I thought
actually,
she
no.
passed.
Oh, Nella
yeah.
passed. Oh, yeah, Paulinella passed. Yeah. Sola, technically, you don't take damage, so... Because you passed your save.
Oh, hooray.
Alright. And let's see, Squirt. Oh no, Squirt. Oh, you're holding up, buddy.
On the upside, he did already do the thing that we need him to do, so it's not that bad.
Squirt himself is missing.
Oh, right, I forgot about Star. Oh no, Star. Star is, down.
Oh no! We need to heal Star. We need to bring her. We need to bring him back to his dad.
I feel real bad because I forgot who Star was.
The Spicer Beast kitten.
Baby Displacer Beast.
I thought we left them at the treehouse.
That's
No,
what I
we took
thought.
them. We took them
thought
with
that
us
too.
so we could bring them back to the carnival.
Okay.
Squirt's
There we
barely
go.
hanging on. He's got a big dent in him.
Which creates the
There we go.
That creates the existential problem of his face and eyes are just dents in him. What orifice did we just give this boy?
Apparently a new behind by the looks of it.
I gave Kitty 9 hit points.
Alright, you heal Star back up to full. We gotta roll for the Rocky Horse. The Rocky Horse actually passed, which actually kind of makes sense, so... The Rocky Horse doesn't take any damage either. And that's a lot of you... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, slowly, Predicott sits up and goes, "Alright, next time we do that, we anchor ourselves."
Oh, no.
Agreed.
Where's Skylar's food?
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm sure we'll
my
bump into
crowbar.
something.
I only have one left.
So it's
Well,
well, you have one more day with your pet before it tries to eat you. Congratulations.
I'm sure we'll find something. But the true tragedy is my lost ball in a cup. No longer can I play that very fun game.
Did you say we had to kill a Cyclops?
I believe that is on the docket.
Well, I was on the run from them, I said, as Amador kind of pipes up.
Are they more than a day away?
Well, I would very much prefer to stay away from them. Hopefully we don't encounter that brute again. I mean, he cannot stand in the way of true love as he just kind of looks up to Pollinella after seeing that. Obviously, he was very distraught by the fact that Pollinella was that badly hurt. But as you went to heal her, he is definitely relieved.
You just watch Sindara just hug Skylar. Yes, they can. Not. But she needs to eat.
Again, that's a you problem. You're responsible
Shut
for
up.
her.
What do you think I'm doing? As she squints towards Predicats.
I think you're forcing a bond between a creature that only sees you as a source of food and will eat you next, and it's very stupid, and I do not get why you keep doing it.
She's not stupid.
No, I think you're stupid.
As you begin to collect your bearings a little more as to where you guys are at, atop a boulder-strewn plateau stands a circle of 8 megaliths. In the center of this henge, a small checkered game board with stone playing pieces rests on the ground near the dying embers of a campfire.
Oh yes, this is where we're trying to go, so we did just actually cross a whole lot of land, so this is kind of a good thing.
You're stupid.
It hurt, but we did get, save some time, I suppose.
It's only the sacrifice of a few items. I'm sure it's fine. Actually, I could even recreate those. It's not so bad.
Let me recreate what?
I can create things. I know I've done it at least once.
That big rock, yes. That was very useful.
Yes, that
Sindara just slowly holds up the red cat body and points to it and looks at Sola.
what was it? What was it? What?
She points at the corpse.
I think it has to be an item.
Wooden corpse counts as an item?
I do rule that corpses do count as objects, yes.
I don't know if the spell could make people corpses, but I guess that's a thing you could
Well, it's not a spell. It's a class feature, and at that point, I'm not sure that the rules would allow it to have sustainable food. That's a actual spell for clerics.
Hmm.
And if you want a particularly messed up question, how much is a corpse worth in gold?
If we had a necromancer, we could answer that.
It's true.
And to be fair,
looks like there's a bot in chat, by the way. I just happened to notice.
Yeah, I'll see it. I don't have any of my mods on right now. I'm just going to ban them. But what I was going to say, above game, it depends on how fresh the organs are. That will tell you how much the body is worth.
That's true. That makes a lot of sense.
I refuse to comment.
I will also warn you.
I say as I stare at one specific spell that I have that I just got at my last level up.
Solo looks at the doctor.
I will also warn you that it's temporary.
Look, it's only for scientific purposes and my own personal curiosity.
All right.
Too bad people just can't make food. Predicott says as he yawns, a small form of locust fall out into his hands and he just starts eating them.
Stares and druid.
I will say, you do make really tasty bugs.
I know, they're actually really chewy.
That's exactly what I like about them. Above game, I love how this is the thing that Predicast and Rody actually agree on. Like, yeah, bugs are good.
Then Rudy is actively useful with his thief skill sets, so it's like, yeah, no, we've had no reason to like have the Xeno Enoch like hate feud.
Like, this is what happens when it's like, I don't bother you, you don't bother me, everything's good. We're both useful.
But yeah, at that point, Predicott would be like, all right, thinky people, go figure out that game. And he's just going to post up against one of these stone hinges and not be a problem.
I guess.
All right.
Fortunately, I guess that means me too. So let me just see what we doing.
Well, let's see what the deal is with the game board, I suppose, to start with. And Dom will walk towards the checkered board.
Sindara will walk over as well after being called stupid, trying to prove him wrong.
Cisco will also walk over.
All right. Let's see. As you go to investigate the game board, various pieces. As you look over, you see that there's some sort of game in progress. You see two sets of playing pieces that are strewn across this board. One is made out of shale, and the other looks like it's made out of chalk. And you see that these pieces are all made to look like stout hoofed creatures with very long manes of hair. And, you know, they basically have hood feet and, you know, normal human or humanoid looking hands.
Nature check.
Yeah, nature or arcana.
All right,
if you wanted to ascertain, you know, what those figures look like.
It's a +1 for me either way. Sure.
Nothing I've seen.
6. I'm at a loss. Unless you want to give me advantage for being fey creatures, since I grew up here.
Yeah, I'll allow you for advantage.
Right, so then that would be at 20.
20. Yeah, it seems like these figures do, in fact, actually depict Korrids. And for what you're aware of Chorus, is that they're very much of earth and stone, and the most notable thing about them is that their hair is often used to make very strong iron, or in other cases, depending upon what it has been in last contact with, various other metals. It all depends upon what is used to cut it.
Gotcha. Dolph will relay all this to everyone. These are clearly, well, there's game pieces that model who the beings were looking for.
I guess question part 2, does this look like chess? Is that what the game is?
Let's see. I guess a history check? Or an intelligence check?
Let's see. Which is better? History. History it is. 20.
Yeah, it seems like this game is like some form of chess, or in the Forgotten Realms, dragon chess. And as you kind of look it over, roll an insight check for me there, Sola, as you're kind of looking over this board.
Insight. Oh, Hibishki. 18.
Yeah, as you're kind of looking at the state of the board, you determine that there's basically a checkmate equivalent that, if you look at Slate, can easily make one move in order to force a checkmate to win.
Interesting. I'll move it to checkmate.
All right. As you manage to do that, as you look at the other stone plinths that are nearby, there's one that's made out of slate and the other one that's made out of chalk. You hear a voice erupt as you see these two forms jump up. Ha! I told you I had it!
Oh. Hi!
And the other
Can help.
kind of looks very angrily at the other Cora, just.
Hello, we're here to help. Trying to get rid of Endolin. Restore things to the way they were before this.
Well. Just hold on one moment, as I've got something for you. And the cord that jumped out of the slate just you see their form disappear into the slate plinth, and you see her eventually jump out, and she walks up. Here it is. Grabs
He has a train for us.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, we'll ride that train all the way up to Endolin's place, crash it through the wall.
New mount, guys.
Look at Sidara and see if she can suplex this.
Athletics? What?
It would take a 30 to suplex a train. Athletics. Roll for fun.
I know at least one person who has successfully done that.
A 17, so Sidara would not be able to suplex the train.
No train suplex.
Yet.
A nice little gift for you. That's a token of reciprocity for beating the game for me. As she just takes this lump of rock, and she just crushes down on it like a college bro crushing down on a beer can after they finish shotgunning it. And you see this rock actually begins to glint. Oddly enough, as it looks to be like a blue rock that this creature has just made out of just crushing it. and she offers it up to you.
Oh, how beautiful! Thank you. What is it?
I found this. It's a star sapphire. Figure you might appreciate it. Above board, the star sapphire is worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Ew.
Yo.
Getting monetary gains in a setting where you don't use money. Wow.
It's fine.
And as you begin to take this rock, Sola, it begins to give off a faint blue glow.
Huh. Does that mean anything?
There might be something magical about it, at least for a little while. And she just kind of smirks up at you.
Looks over at Dump.
Hmm?
Are you able to tell what this does? You can, right?
I mean, I don't have a spell that could identify it, but I could give it a look and see what I can find.
Oh, darn. Oh, I thought it was identify.
Nah, I don't have identify.
Weirdly, that's something that would come in handy. We don't never have it.
Above game.
Yes, I have a few things I'd like to identify that I just don't have the means to.
Yeah, no, that has been a thing for 21 episodes of a different podcast on this channel where someone has it, and we have been looking for a pearl for all of those episodes.
Let's see. I'll actually just go ahead and let me see if I can find this on here.
I could possibly use my background to figure it out.
Game, why are you being such a butt? All I want to do is look at it. Here we are. Above board, I guess. For the next 24 hours, this will function as a stone of good luck.
Ooh.
After which the magic fades from it, except that you do not need to attune to it.
I do not need to attune to it.
Correct.
Alright. Stone of good luck. Yeah.
While the Star Sapphire is on your person for the next 24 hours, you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws.
Oh, heck yeah. Don't let me forget. I absolutely will.
But I say, yeah, in 2 weeks' time when we need to start our next fight.
Well, if you are looking to help, hold on, let me get to some of the other elders. And you just see as this Cora just stops her hoof. And you see that erupting from the other stones, you see a bunch of other Koreds begin to make their way out. And I'll just say, for the monoliths of the various different types, you have shale. Let's see. Oh yeah, shale and chalk were the ones that were already used up. So you also have flint, granite, slate, basalt, obsidian, and marble. And from each of the other monoliths, another Korred jumps out, making a total of 8 of these Korreds. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Creed Argantel, leader of the 8 clans of Korreds. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, as she stares up at you, Sola.
Pleasure.
Yeah, there's just, man, we have a lot to discuss about how you can help. As, the Korreds grind their teeth and stamp their hooves at the faint sound of the pickaxes tapping on stone is carried to them on the wind. Creed Argantel runs through a boulder, picks it up, and hurls it 100 feet in the direction of the noise while she screams, "To the Brigandox!" A peal of thunder accompanies this display of anger.
Yeah.
Good
throw.
Giving you trouble, I assume?
Yeah, those cursed brigands. She spits on the ground. Turns out they're helping Bitter End build her wicked contraptions. They also hide and guard schematic diagrams for new contraptions in their mind. The sounds of their mining, it drives us crazy. We can't stand the sound of it, so we often leave statues and carve statues and leave them outside their entrance, hoping to frighten them into leaving. Although we do have eyes on it, there's a Gallantor working for us that infiltrated the mine and overheard brigands talking about a secret tuggle that connects the mine to Motherhorn.
Motherhorn. We're new to the area. What is that?
She points off. Big fuck off castle on the other end of Yawn. And he points to the shape in the distance.
Ah.
We don't really hold gatherings around here that often because of the consequences of Bitterhead's meddling, and she's instructed the courts, and I've instructed my fellow courts to ensconce themselves in stone, to be safe for the foreseeable future. She uses iron shears to cut. She used iron shears to cut off my hair, and the hag fashioned the court hair to iron ropes and uses them to manipulate the theater's infernal contraptions at Motherhorn. She's got a contraption called the Orrery of Tragedies that glimpses at all possible futures. The copper lightning rods on the mountaintops of Yawn capture the lightning and channel it into that foul device.
So if we destroy all these lightning rods, she can't power her prediction device.
Nope.
Maybe we should focus on that.
Question.
Sounds like...
How heavy is an average cord?
Very heavy, I assure you. Good luck trying to pick one of us up.
Do you have any chains and or rope?
I think I see where you're going with this. We did destroy one of the towers before, but it started a windstorm that threw us over here. If we could somehow tie ourselves down to any of you, we could keep ourselves from flying off into the distance after taking down a tower.
So that was you, huh? That took down that one that she got points where you guys had come from? Well done.
I do think I have some rope here, but I think I only have like 50 feet of it. That might be enough.
Well, maybe we could do something for us if you help us deal with those brigandocs.
Would murdering them help you?
Well, anything to make them stop, really.
Viable option.
This sounds like a good alliance. I like it.
And as Argantel just looks up to you, she drums her hoofs on the ground. Alright, come on in, everybody. We're gonna do something special for these newcomers. Two cords drum on boulders as the others stop their feet and jump around. Eventually, the dark sky abates and the sky lightens. With wild grits and wilder hair, the dancing cords beckon you to join them.
We will, or I will at the very least, absolutely join them.
Yep, same.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anybody who wishes to join in on this nice little jig that the cards are putting on, give me either a performance check or an athletics check.
My firemen tell you don't say. I'm good.
Well, yeah, I
Performance.
know what I'm going for. Not
Performance, you
trained, but I
say?
have +5.
14.
Plus 11, and I got a
14.
14. Dadgummit.
I got a
5. I got a
+23.
+6.
Brady Kotz is smoking in the corner, sitting on his ass.
Okay. All right, as everyone, and I will say, all of you pass that have performed this. As you just look around the chords, they're impressed by your display, so as you go to dance around, they proceed to teach you a nice little jig. As you go to finish up this nice little performance as you dance around, and all right. You are all taught the special jig. When it's performed as an action, they said, this is how we can actually use this dance in order to control the chord hairs we have around. So if you ever encounter it, you can use it however you like. So yeah, as long as you perform the chord jig, you can use that as an action to control any chord hair that you find.
Ooh.
Interesting.
All right. Well, go ahead. How about you go ahead and give those Brigadons what for us then, huh?
We will.
Absolutely.
Gladly.
All right, off you go then. Thank you again.
Which way to their place from here?
She points across the valley to the outcropping that's on the map here.
Ah. Perfect. Easy to see.
All right. As you all begin to make your way off towards the Brigadoc mine, this is actually a good place to take a break.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Yay.
Yeah, actually, go ahead. I should actually go ahead and grab something more jovial to mark the occasion.
Hmm. Time to stretch water and drink them legs.
Yeah, I snuck away during the figuring out the game portion, so I'm good.
Mm.
Though I will say what I said in like call text, the irony of my second highest stat being a 17 in int on a character who is not made to think, so he never uses it, is hilarious to me.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
No, it's literally just for the sake of having high nature and a few other things that would fit the character. That's why I put it in, and also just because int saves can be really clutch. But then I also have a 20 in charisma at level 6, so the next time we level, I'm just picking a random feat that'll be useful, because I already have Warcaster.
Hmm.
Because all I could do is get an 18 in both int and con, which, while useful, actually, I'll have to weigh on doing that, because those extra hit points will be good, because I have 13 AC and I'm a frontliner. There's a real reason why I took Vampiric Claws.
Hmm. I made my strength and my dex my dump stat, but my intelligence and wisdom aren't that great. I just have a +1 in both, but my charisma is exceptionally high.
Yeah, no. I wish I had rolled, because I have some long-term games, and this is a somewhat long-term game, but it's still a module, so it has a fixed ending. I really wish I had rolled as good as Predicats in those long-term games, because it's coming back to bite me now.
Hmm.
Especially for one of those things I might have mentioned earlier that might go up on YouTube. We don't know yet. That character's a struggling. Him another warlock. Him not do so good.
Oof.
Yeah, with stat increases and other things, his highest stat is 17 at level 3, which means I'm going to be committed to every ASI.
Mm.
Also, welcome, robot.
Aren't those just the best? It's like having a dragonborn fighter who's not or who's strong, but not as strong as his dad. I can't be me.
I mean, I've also spent an entire 2 years playing a level 6 character, and the second we go after we finish fighting this boss and we can level as we go into our second year at Strixhaven, yeah, I am super looking forward to when we hit level 8 and I can finally have my genius character have a 20 intelligence, because he's still technically a genius by D&D standards by having over 17. But, yeah, I'd really like that. It would really help with a lot of stuff I'm dealing with.
I'm gonna refill my water before we get started back up.
Go right ahead.
I think the most broken character I had ever built was still my kobold monk rogue sharkbait. In the campaign, I used him for with ASI increases and gear to buff both his dex and wisdom. I think I had like a 21 or 22 AC or something like that when we stopped playing that campaign. And like it was to the point where we were doing a dungeon crawl and we were fighting a bunch of like skeletons or something, and literally none of the skeletons could hit me unless the DM rolled a nat 20.
Yeah. That was the.
So I could literally just stand there, punch the shit out of the skeletons, and they just could not hit me outside of a nat 20. But the worst part is they also regenerated after dying, so it was kind of a moot point. But literally, it was still funny that I could just do that.
I think my most broken character to this day is probably Snack right now.
As of the end of the game.
I mean, Snack had a lot of things going on for me. He got the curse belt. That curse belt gave him the extra arm. Then he became a were spider. And then I was able to have hit with the mallet and the stick at the same time. Plus the gauntlets that Kardak made.
And then the madness.
Yeah, and then the madness.
I forgot what Snack's madness was.
He basically has a one-track mind, so every time he gets a task, he always tries to fulfill it.
I mean, again, Lilith's madness is literally just her personality turned up to 11, which is I'm the best person in the world at everything I do.
I mean, it makes sense for Snack, because what they said about the Myrmidon that was still out there, he's made it his lifelong mission to kill every single popcorn swarm out there, so there won't be any more.
I still think we floated around the idea of like if we ever needed to do a one shot in the future when like people weren't available for a game, of just our old characters from the Rebalia just basically doing cleanup. Like if any of like the old monsters like spawned in the material world or in the Feywild, and we would just go hunt them down.
I mean, I had an idea for a one shot for that campaign. That will actually could lead into an actual a full campaign.
We also have the clown. We also have the clown one shots.
The welcome committee.
Yeah, the welcoming committee.
Yeah, that was a part of the one shot too. Because we never figured out what happened to them. So I was thinking about trying to use them to do a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that they died. Like when
Yeah,
you know
probably.
who got killed off.
Yeah, but also I rewatched it recently. Draco said that some of them got some people that still worked for Heckna either got captured or got away.
So
Have
which one's gonna be
returned.
alive?
So
Speak-
technically, we don't know what happened to them exactly.
Their fates were left in mystery. Draco, we're talking about the welcoming committee.
Ah. I mean, so the thing about the welcoming committee is they worked for Heckna and by extension the King in Yellow. They are probably in his throne at this moment.
Probably.
Technically, Pepper would not be.
Why?
Remember who her patron was?
It's been a bit. I did forget.
Her patron was also the King in Yellow.
Right. I mean, that means your soul is doubly his. So...
Yeah.
That said, Mill, are you back?
Ah, yes, I just got back.
Good old friend Portos, my goblin artificer that was just I literally just styled him after like a 1930s New York gangster.
Yeah, I think we have everyone back, so we want to start going back in.
Yep.
All right. Yep, I think we should go ahead and get back in. As you saunter over the hedge and as you make your way down the plateau, you're met with a very odd sight. The first thing that you notice is that you see a large kite that's flying in the wind above this plateau as you're making your way down. But as you look at it, you see that there's a hideous face that's stretched above it, and you can hear it's beginning to cackle in the wind. And you look down as you see this very small goblin child who looks rather sad as she is currently holding onto the string for this kite.
Having trouble with it anymore?
You're stuck for a while. Keep on flying, little girl. Fly and cry, fly and cry. You were saying, Sola?
Having trouble over here?
My
Ready,
eyes are so very sore. I don't want to fly this kite anymore. But if I let go of the string, creeping lenses all become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows. But as you look up, you see that the string with the bows on it are currently on the kite.
Okay, so say again what she said without the
My arms are so very sore. I don't want to fight this kite anymore. But if I let go of the string, creeping wind says I'll become an old thing. The curse comes from those 5 blue bows, but they won't come off while the wind blows.
And you pull the kite down?
Wait a minute. Can above game? I think I figured it out, but can I roll to see if Rhodey can get it? Because above game, I think. Well, the solution is obvious, isn't it? You have to cut the kite to where the kite flies away.
No.
Yeah, because the bows are still there. The curse originates from the bows. But I mean, two of us have flight capabilities. We could just fly up there and untie them, yeah?
But they won't come off while the wind blows, is what she said.
Oh.
I have a question. How high is the kite?
Oh, the kite's about 50 feet in the air.
Give me a second to see here. 1 second.
Can I hold the kite down?
Well, then she's gonna succumb to the curse, theoretically.
Oh, she still has to hold on to it. I can just grab the string and start pulling.
They won't come off while the wind blows.
I was about to say, are you
No,
able to
I-
reel? Are you able to reel it within 30 feet of you?
Asking the child.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was reading something wrong. Could you repeat that?
Yes, us. Can you reel it within 30 feet of you? Just pull it back a little. Keep it flying.
Right. As you kind of look up, well, if I do something, it might still try to get away.
All right. Dom.
And that will be a very bad day.
Dom, can you just fly me up to where it'll be 30 feet away?
Sure. Dump will hop on the broom, have it rise, and wait for Predicates to hop on.
Predicates gets on, flies up there. You'll just watch his pipe glow as he uses Druidcraft. Do to burn off every bow.
All right. Let's see.
He's got time.
Well, here's an ish. I'm just trying to look up first.
The light.
Oh, yes. Oh, where is it?
I mean, if we're going to burn them, I could also just use my breath weapon.
Well, there's that, and also there's one other thing he can do. He's just seeing which will work.
Ah.
Because there's one other thing he can do, because he can also control wind with it.
We do have Dispel Magic, so if push comes to shove, we can try that.
That, I would say, we'd have better luck with Remove Curse.
Which I have. I have
good.
Remove Curse.
Even better.
And we're just in the can we save spell slot stage.
Yeah.
And I also, I feel for you, Mill. I know there's certain rules in a module.
Yeah.
Occam's razor,
I know,
man.
you guys are trying to come up with solutions as well, so...
Here's
Let's see.
this well thought out and very intricately crafted puzzle we've made for you. Oh, that's nice. Remove curse.
Hey, Vesca.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Ooh. Oh my god, 18.
As you're looking up, you're seeing this kite constantly taunting this goblin girl. And the fact that the winds keep flaring up as he keeps throwing insults at her. You get the distinct impression that it's literally the kite taunting this girl that is keeping the winds blowing as hard as they are. So it seems like the winds are out of are tied directly to the goblin girl's mood. That perhaps if she were in a better mood, the winds will stop.
Go grab her a spell from this, but I don't have. Vesca will look at Sola and just kind of walk over and just whisper in her ear. I believe the only reason the wind is blowing is because the child is upset. Perhaps if we made them a little more happier when full stop.
Or I have another means of calming people down. Could cast a spell and see what that does.
All right.
Well, I have two spells. One, calm people down. The other, remove curse. So maybe that, just nip that in the bud right then and there.
I don't think this is a actual curse per se.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I think this is more a case of what's the word that you use? Ah, yes, bullying.
Sindara just pinches the bridge of her nose and walks forward to the goblin child. You just need the kite down, right?
Well, no, it's tied to her mood. So, hold on, little darling. I'll tell you what. What song do you like best? Do you have a favorite?
I don't know. Maybe you can give it a go.
Alright. Sola's going to play a very happy little jig.
All right. Go ahead and give me as part of this performance, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Natural 20.
I was gonna give you guidance, but you don't need it. I mean, you could do it for fun.
That's a 30 heckin' one. Yeah,
That's a roll that could make a train suplex itself.
Just add a D4, just out of curiosity. You got this, Sola. I believe in you.
Just a D4. 32.
As I like to see this as Duff, you and Predicates begin to float up towards the kite. The kite just kind of looks up towards you, suspecting something's wrong, but all of you, the two of you, begin to notice that the wind begins to die down. And as you kind of look down, you see the goblin girls in a better move, and it's like, wait, what's happening? No, don't have me do this! Oh no! Ah! As he begins to fall out of the sky.
Vesca just looks at the kite with a sly smile.
Get the bows, get the bows, get the bows, get the bows.
Yep, and the kite crashes into the ground.
Alright, well, this became a lot easier suddenly. And Domp will fly them down so they can deal with the bows.
At that point, Predicats would just be holding each bow between thumb and forefinger and primal savagery melting them.
Alright.
Sindara just crosses her arms and just says, "You know, I could have just pulled the kite down."
That's not how it worked.
There's a whole magic thing going on here. If the kite just went down, the child would age. I think was how this works out.
He said
Yes.
Felix go.
This is why I called you
was thinking-
stupid.
I was gonna let her keep hold of it. I'm gonna just pull on the other side of the stream.
The kite would still go down.
Well, it doesn't matter. We got it. So.
Yep. Between all of you, you managed to tear off each of the bows, and as the last bow begins to fly, you untie the last bow, it's like, no! Cast me upon you! As you see that, as the last bow is tied off, as almost as if it were set ablaze, the kite just lets out a scream as it begins to burn, and it all turns to ash.
Get bent, stupid kite.
That's what you get for bullying.
Can anyone tell if it actually cursed us?
I don't think so.
Remove curse, what you said?
I mean, I have removed curse if we are cursed, but I can only do that as long as I have slots for it.
Alright. Are you okay, kid?
I was given such a fright when I had to deal with that blasted kite. But now that that thing is no more, a better moon is in store. Thank you all so much.
Is she still cursed? She's rhyming.
No, that's
At least
just
it's on.
a
At least it's on beat.
I mean, that might just be a quirk of hers.
That's just part of being in the Feywild.
All right, well let's keep walking down.
Do you need anything else while we're still here?
Let me see. I think I'll be fine, but thank thee. She just kind of looks up to all of you.
How much fun are you having making up all those rhymes?
All for you have no idea how taxing this is for me.
I can
Especially
tell.
last minute.
I can hear the gears going every time.
Villa.exe is struggling with the latest Rhyme.exe update, version
least-
2.53.
Think about this.
Well,
At least you don't have to do an iambic pentameter.
Oh god.
Look, in all honesty, it could be worse. Right now it's rhymes, but it could be puns.
As I'm thinking about the only thing that I know that's in constant iambic pentameter being Hamlet, standing up for myself, long live the king.
But yeah, I think we saved the kid and we just keep on walking.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. As you have freed the goblin child, you continue on down to the Brigadock mines. Da, da, da. Hear the sound of hundreds of tiny pickaxes and hammers chipping away at stone. It emanates from the mouth of a cave that has fingers of rock reaching skyward above it. Statues of irate, hairy creatures with cloven hoods are positioned so that they lean around trees and peer over boulders, all staring balefully at the cave entrance.
I'd say Predicat's cracks his knuckles and go, alright, we kill some miners.
Yep. Unless
No, we're not.
for some
We're not
reason-
killing miners.
No, not kids, miners.
No,
Don't
no.
worry, I got.
Sorry,
Different minor.
couldn't help myself.
No,
I'm gonna say, no,
Caitlin,
Predicat's just like staring at Sola so confused and like, what?
Caitlin, if you didn't make that joke, I was going to, and hope that one of you got it too.
To quote Galaxy Quest, miners, not minors.
Miners.
That something is going to die today.
Ugh.
49ers.
Maybe there's exactly 49 miners in there. Who could say?
Because Predicat's literally gonna look at Sola. So we can kill these ones, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. It was a joke.
You know humor
Minor
is
is
lost.
another.
But humor is lost on me? Do not make this complicated.
Well, the joke wasn't for you.
Obviously!
Anyway,
I didn't make it for you.
as funny as that was.
Sidra looks
Was
at
it really?
Sidra looks at Predicate, and you call me the stupid one, and keeps walking.
As soon as you step inside the cave, the tapping noise stops.
That was easy.
You can either run or die. Those are your options.
We could do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours.
Be grateful these two are actually letting you have those options.
Honestly, yeah, they don't usually give you our enemies that much time to think on it.
To be fair, my ribs still hurt.
Fair.
Maybe.
As you continue your way into the mines, the tunnels are about 8 foot high, 3 foot wide. You begin to make your way through the various alcoves as you try to navigate towards the various towards the sound of the Brigadox going at the mines. You spend about 10 minutes trying to navigate your way around there. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, except for Veska and Sindara, because you guys are not affected by this.
Okay.
And Gleam, she's not affected by this as well.
Oh boy, I
To
love
anyone?
that nat 1.
13!
Do I need to also make one for Dorbin? Because he's under the hat right now.
Yep. Let's see.
Oh, net 20 on the other side. 5 for Dorman.
I think I might know what this is.
All right. Everybody who rolled a 19 or greater passes.
Damn it!
As you make your way, and you start to hear the rhythmic tappings of the pickaxes. It's odd. If your eyes begin to go heavy with how pleasing the sounds of the mining is to your ears. And everyone who failed begins to collapse as you all fall asleep. Except for the elves, like I said, because you're immune to being magically put to sleep.
That's just like.
You know what? I think this is a good time to take a 140 wing.
Oh, jeez.
Ah.
All right, let's begin
And-
shaking them up.
Oh,
Please
hold on.
tell me
Wait,
that came
wait.
across. I wanted to make sure
It did.
Yeah,
all
it
of
did.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
I've
he's
really
all tuckered out.
I've
You know-
really been wanting to do this since I met him. So she's gonna go up to Preda Cats. Wake up, Lieutenant! Just gonna slap him awake.
I
You
welcome
attempt
it.
to all of your efforts to wake them up are proven to be futile, as for the next hour, everyone that failed their checks are magically put to sleep.
I think
You
you're
know
gonna need
what's
to dispel
funny?
magic.
So for the next hour,
Dorman, the dormouse, has been asleep this whole time, so nothing has changed under his hat.
Sidara will slowly push Sidra out the way. Hold on.
Wait.
And she reels back a punch and punches him in the face to wake him up. Wake up!
Okay, now that well, actually, does Sidra need to roll an attack for this, or
They have to roll above a 13.
so? Quick question: is this considered a charm effect?
this is not considered a charm effect.
Okay.
And above board, the only way to break out this, aside from passing the con save, is as a wish spell. That's how it says this
Oh
effect is.
snap!
Oh, goddamn! This is a powerful sleep spell. Holy shit!
This is
Hey,
like the
ow.
best sleep ever.
I also realized we've all forgotten that we have the blessing of the wisps, so we definitely could have done some extra rolls on those.
Oh yeah.
And I think my bless lasts for like an hour.
I mean, it won't work for me, but for everyone
Oh.
else, you've got 2d4 you can play with. So Praedykas can be the only one knocked out.
I will say this, it only occurred to me like 5 seconds after I did that. Oh wait, he's a bird. I don't think birds snore.
But yeah, so Rhodey, you could possibly succeed.
Wait a minute.
2d4.
Sidara looks back at Skyla. Is she asleep?
Good question.
You know
she
what?
actually passes her save, so she's awake.
Okay.
Cool.
2d4, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And according to Robot, who knows birds, they do snore, so you're fine.
Oh. well,
Okay.
You're still asleep, though, sadly.
I'm still asleep,
Yep.
so I'm gonna still keep what it is. I'm like, I just had to do it anyway, because why not?
Yeah.
So Sidara's just going. Cinderos is going to grab Predicate by the belt and then pick up Rudy and then throw them on the back of Skyla.
I'll also
After
say,
about 5 minutes, as you guys are kind of sorting through this, you hear the sound of as you see a bunch of very small-looking creatures with wheelbarrows and ropes and pythons begin to make their way towards you. And let me get a handout for what these creatures look like.
while you do that, I will also point out for both Sola and Sindara, no matter how hard you hit him, he did not lose his pipe. I mean, you could have laid it in him. I would have taken damage from those. He did not let them go. He has a tight jaw.
Aw, these things are adorable and small. Shame they need to die.
Look at that old man prospector.
There are currently 8 of these creatures, and as you look at them, yeah, they look like very small, mouse-like creatures with various bits of hair. And one of the most weird things about them is following very close behind them, you see this little wisp of something that instinctively follows along with them. But as they kind of bring these wheelbarrows with them, they stop. Oh. And they see that some of you are still awake, and they immediately turn around and flee the other direction.
Oh no, you don't. Hey, we got some words for you guys.
So, question. Our plan has been just to kill them, right? Because I could fire breath these fools while they're running.
I mean, killing was on the table. But you know.
Pulls out the Warhammer. It's time to play Whack-A-Mole.
Because if we're just still married to kill, Top has no problem with setting these little fools on fire.
I mean, the second biggest advocate, I think we're tied. One of the kill team is asleep, so that's up to the rest of you. Think about it.
Mm.
I want to kill.
They chose to run. They have sealed their fate.
Oh, it looks like
They are clearly responsible for sleeping.
Oh, they wanted the hard way.
Right, well, if that is indeed the way we're doing this, they need to make a... I believe it's, dex save against my fire breath.
And they've been slowed because they bottlenecked themselves. So delightful.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get some initiative rolls, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the bathroom because I'm asleep.
Fair.
That's a fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
So this will all be theater of the mind.
So I'm still
15.
asleep too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously I'm not gonna roll.
Perfect. I'm last. They get their effects off, then I get the whack.
Veska and me are tied. Do we want to just do a quick roll off or just by modifier?
I have a +3 in Dex.
And I have a +0. You would go first.
And I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Okay. And
Also, for your guys' viewing / listening pleasure, I put one of my favorite videos
I
of
saw.
a little hummingbird. Yeah, of a little hummingbird snoring. Enjoy.
Oh wait, I just realized my DC should technically be higher for my fire breath. Because the proficiency bonus went up.
Yeah, a lot of natural like racial things for characters is not carried over in Roll20, so you have to specifically program it.
Yeah, I thought about that. I'm like, wait a minute, shouldn't that be a little higher at this point? And yep, I was right. Only by a point, but still.
Yeah, I've had to deal with that with my Strixhaven game where I took Drow High magic, and a lot of my spells, they try to go off my charisma. That's not my casting stat, and because of Tasha's, I shouldn't be dealing with that. Which was a book released when we started the game, but had to keep fixing spells. That's it. I can't wait for Praedykas to have his actual first emotion of sadness of, I didn't get to join in the murder?
I mean, we both fell asleep, so yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're smart, they'll run and it'll waste the clock and we can join in. I also love the fact that the person with the most destructive ability here that could end all of this is asleep, because I have Erupting Earth.
Mm,
And I'm in a mine.
yeah.
Don't want to cause cave in.
I mean, we want to cause a cave-in.
Alright.
We want them to not get out. They will starve if there's a cave-in, and they will be buried.
We don't know
Yeah,
if
but
they
we
need
also
cave in.
know that I believe we were told that there's a path to Endelin's place through here, so they could just go that way. Unless we cave it in behind them.
In which case, I think we would want to use that cave. That cave sounds useful.
I mean, the cave does sound useful, but Praedykas' idea is I could just Erupting Earth the giant stone-like visage of this castle. That makes a door.
Oh, one of the Margot will say is to sleep.
You know, Robot brings up a very good point. They do look like they would get mad if you touch their candle.
Oh, if that thing is just a regular candle, that'd be even funnier, because I could snuff that out with a cantrip. Just no. Every turn, just no. 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 This is actually not fun. I'm actually just bored now.
Alright.
You want to know what the first thing I thought of was when I thought of, like, oh, I need to wake somebody up.
What?
In call text.
Ah.
I am a zombie and I will malice you with a shoehorn.
Alright. Well, I think we can go ahead and get started with initiative. Veska, you're up first.
Alright, so these guys go ahead and run away from us, right?
Yep.
Those could just snap their fingers and just all of a sudden the ground underneath them and like in front of them in a 20-foot sphere is just encompassed in spikes. Spike growth.
Ah, okay.
The creature moves into within the area. It takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Alright. Duly noted.
And that's it.
Alright. Duff, you're up next.
Alright, so I did say what I was going to do. Do you want me to re-roll for the fire breath or use the one that I already did?
Let's see.
The DC is 14 now, because I noticed the discrepancy after clicking the button.
Alright. Let's see. That's pass. A fail. Fail. A pass.
Okay, so that is 15 damage to anyone who fails, or half as much on a success.
A pass. Fail. And a pass. So, 3 failures and 5 passes.
I do have a question. Did Zola actually get off the slow that would give them disadvantage on all of that?
Nope.
Okay.
I didn't mean to click slow. Unfortunately, I don't actually have it prepared.
Oh, you're good.
Aww.
Alright. As you unleash your fire breath upon this group of Brigadox, you see the lights that were with 3 of them immediately extinguish themselves. But the other 5 are barely managing to hang on as a result of the attack.
Well, that's a few down, Sola. And
Yep.
That'll be me.
That'll be Sola's turn then.
Well, this I at least have prepared, though. A shatter.
Okay.
Ah, classic.
anything lives, they're gonna have to get through that spike growth. Good luck, small ones.
Yeah, no, they're not. You just with an earth-shattering kaboom, not even worth the rolling to save it. Nope. You see all the lights that were floating around the brigade, they all extinguish as they all collapse, dead.
Ninja just throws her warhammer at the wall. Fuck.
Another job well done.
We were both murder cucked. Congratulations. That might actually be the episode title.
Yep. I think it has to be now.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, the right message.
You could at least save one for me.
Sorry.
Sorry. I mean, we were able to just clear them out pretty easily, all things considered. It wouldn't have been a good fight.
I mean, honestly, the fire breath did the most of the work.
Mm,
Followed closely by the shatter.
yeah. Like, they were running away in perfect formation. They brought this on themselves.
Sure.
Well, do we know if that's all of them, or do we need to explore around here a bit to make sure we got everything?
I'm
Well-
assuming if we head deeper into the mines, we'll find more of them, and also probably our pathway into like the main fortress.
Do we want to wait for our two sleepy boys to wake up?
I suppose we should.
And would do us some time to patch up our wounds from getting thrown by a tornado.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm already gonna start rolling hit dice.
Mm.
Sindar just sits down pouty.
See, that's an 8, brings me to 48. I'll spend one more. And
And I'm
wow,
full.
8 twice. That will bring me back to full. And then, oh wait, well, it won't matter now. I kill some of them, and I would have gotten temporary hit points from that, but that probably would have wore off, wouldn't it?
By the time we wake
You
up,
can
they
take-
will wear off. They typically last an hour.
Your soul's been divorced from body, tapping limbo, life and death. When you or your familiar reduce a hostile creature to 0 hit points, you drain some of its life force, gain temporary hit points equal to your witch level. Well, it doesn't say when it goes away.
Which is rare for a warlock homebrew thing, but the longest hit points, like temporary hit points, can last is an hour. The average is 10 minutes.
Which is curse.
Also, apparently, a trend following from the previous campaign. We're rolling a lot of 7s today.
Yeah, huh. So yeah, that makes sense that it would just be an hour. I just have this image of like all those lights going out and then immediately the lights getting sucked into the teapot, one after another. Boop, boop, boop.
Hammer goes flying to the wall.
So I have a big question, DeLuna. Which one is the little spoon?
Which one's the little spoon? I think in terms of the size, I think it would be Rhodey, but hilarious is it'd be Predicat.
Actually, no, I want to believe that Predicat's the little spoon because he's warmer, and so you just wrapped around him for it.
I like to think that they wake up and it's that oh, see the game last night.
I would say Predicat just sits up like the Undertaker, having a smoke. Are we ready to kill? I have missed something, and now I feel cheated.
Yeah, you fell asleep within an hour, so it was up to us to clean shop, and here they are. didn't really put much of a fight up, if that's
No,
any
no, no,
consolation.
she like slapped a hand over Dom's mouth. That was an epic battle. You really should have been there.
Sindar slowly turns and liar.
It was a lot of fun.
At least you got to do something.
Very epic battle.
Mhm.
I have just woken up. It's too early for this. Are we going through the tunnel?
Sounds like a plan.
Actually, did we have to
Above.
report back to the thingamabobs? What are they? The bird-like things?
Reds?
Yeah, those things. Did we have to tell them about this, or?
Well,
Okay.
I mean, yes, but we don't know if there's more further in the mines or what's happening here.
Oh, really good point. Okay, yeah, we should go.
Milla.
They're also Earthfey. They will sense it when we're done.
Yes, yes.
Well, here's a funny question. Would Predicast and Rhodey get a benefit of a short rest because of that nap?
I already rolled a
mean-
hit dice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And like the rest of us waiting for you for an hour would also have gotten it, so we all rolled our hit die.
Mm-hmm.
One shy.
It's a good thing I have 6.
Actually, you know what? While he's rolling off Milla, do we hear any tapping of miners anymore, or did this whole mine just go quiet?
After, well, the tapping still continues. So.
Oh yeah, there's still some in here.
All right, let's keep moving, and then we murder as we go.
As you make your way further into the mine, a tall, slender human clad in dark leather armor greets you. The friendly face brightly illuminated by a tiny wisp of light that floats next to a mouse-sized creature perched upon the human's shoulders. Greetings, trespassers, says the human with a smile. Didn't anyone ever teach you how to knock?
I mean, we came in and you tried to put us to sleep, so really it feels like you all are the ones who are being rude.
Also, I did knock. It was very loud.
Sindar just looks at, I'm not in the mood. If you get in my way, I will kill you.
Listen, we're all very hostile. There's some people who are upset they had a noise complaint. We're basically just doing what we need to do. No offense taken or given, just business.
Let's see. Vesca, you would notice that as you're looking over this individual, you see that there are 2 more Briganox that are currently stowed away. Where does it say that there are? One that's tucked in the belt pouch, and then there's another that's peering over the rim of her left boot. And as you look over, she kind of looks you up and say, sure, anybody that would try to make their way into here in order to assist Creeping Lynn, no doubt.
Who? Creeping Lynn? Wait, Evelyn? The hag?
Because we're definitely not assisting her.
We're killing
Yeah, no,
her.
we assumed that this was part of her operations. We're here to kill the hag, and this was just one of the possible venues for that.
No, absolutely not. Roll a persuasion check.
Is that for anybody or just?
Yeah, anybody can roll a persuasion check.
For fucks, I
Come
will do it
on.
because I haven't done much this game.
How did I get a nat 1? That.
How the
Oh,
fuck did I roll a 6?
Even with a 9, you all pass. The
All
DC
right.
goes low on this. So you're not working for the hag.
No.
Then why are you here?
No.
Some
To
local
kill her.
Well, I mean, we're here in the mine specifically because some Koreds are really upset about the mining that's going on. They said they were going to help us if we helped them by stopping the mining operations. I guess above board they didn't say we had to kill anyone, but some of our group is a bit kill happy, so, you know.
They told us murder was okay.
Yeah.
This isn't going to bode well. They just kind of look at all of you. So they're not working for her either.
They are
Good.
not. They assumed you were working for her. There seems to be one giant misunderstanding on everyone's part.
If it helps,
I
we took down one of the
absolutely agree
lightning.
with that.
If it helps, we've already taken down one lightning rod.
Well, at least that's some consolation, I suppose. But still, they look down at one of the Brigadier that's currently perched on their shoulder. Well, Trig, what do you think we should do? Hold on. Whisper. Hold on, maybe you could talk about this a little bit. Maybe if they went and saw Opa, maybe. Do you think that's really wise after what they did? The other Brigadier just guy said, looks up. Just double check itself above board. My apologies. Give me a second.
You're good.
No worries.
Well, if you are seeking to, maybe if you could show him to the chasm. Well, if you're able to complete a test, if you're able to complete this test to make up for this, as she kind of points back the way you came. If you're truly set on dealing with Creeping Lynn, then we can show you the secret that shuts the Mother Horn.
Do we need to do the test if we already killed one of the 3 covens?
We did kill Skabatha before coming here, so that is a factor, I suppose.
You have to get across Rivenwash Chasm in order to get to it. But we can at least show you where it's at. As long as you cross the chasm, you should be able to get over there.
Okay. So we have our way in.
Question: do I get to kill anything?
I mean, when we get to Evelyn's, probably.
True.
Dara slowly turns her head and glares at Dom.
What? I mean, it's not wrong. Get to Endolin's, we're probably going to kill things.
I've been robbed for what I've been trying to kill 3 times already.
Use that frustration on the hag that we'll be heading towards. Hopefully she can't also poof out of existence, but Skabatha couldn't, so maybe this one can't either.
As you're all conversing as this individual who introduces themselves as Molliver.
Sure.
They lead you down this path. They're out into the gaping chasm on the far side of which is a grotto full of stalactites and stalagmites. A truss bridge constructed of intricate wooden struts and beams spans the 100-foot gap across the chasm. Beneath the bridge is darkness dotted with purple lights. Well, declares Oliver, here we are at jolly old Riverwash Chasm. Best stay on the bridge and not dilly-dally.
Could I just fly over? I have a broom of flying, and we have a flying horse, too. Genuine question. Is the bridge important to the whole thing? Will we get, like, eaten or something if we fly?
They just kind of look at you and say, at your own risk, I suppose.
Cool. Anyone want on the broom?
Don't worry, I'll handle the bridge.
Rody? Veska?
Yes.
Sola?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
I've got my
All right.
So, as you can clearly hear, Rhodey is very excited about the prospect of flying.
Meanwhile, Praedykas turns back to Sandara, and Veska just goes, "Let me go first. I need to clear 20 feet." And after they get to 20 feet, they're going to use their other 4 uses of it today to cast Entangle to strengthen the bridge. Because the vines stay even if you stop concentrating.
Cool.
So it'll take us forever to get across the bridge because I'm creating difficult terrain, but I'm also reinforcing this bridge.
All right.
Meanwhile, we've
All right.
got Team Airborne flying over.
As you begin to make your way across, or flying across the bridge, as Predicats is behind entangling the vines over here. From under the bridge and at the halfway point, you see a trio of floating skulls wreathed in green flame as they fly up to immediately towards you. You there! They say in Elvish. Why are you not crossing the bridge? On the bridge.
You said Elven specifically, right?
Yes.
I don't speak that. I got Sylvan.
I don't speak the Elven either.
Domf will say in Sylvan, do you speak Sylvan?
Do you speak English?
It's Sylvan, they reply back. Why are you not crossing on the bridge? You cheaters.
Oh, I see. I was not informed that this wasn't allowed. So I was just flying because I have the capability.
And
Why?
yeah, as the rest of you are crossing slowly on the vines, you see this trio of floating burning skulls currently accosting Dump and who else was with? I'm
Me.
sorry.
Rhodey
Sola.
is on the back of the broom and Sola is with me as well.
Alright. As they intercept the trio of you.
Do I hear this?
Oh yeah, you all hear this. And see this.
Cool, because I speak Elvish and Sylvan.
I speak neither, so I'm still riding.
She looks at all 3 of you, the trio that are flying. Just get on the bridge.
I mean, okay. Again, I didn't realize this wasn't allowed. No one told me that I couldn't fly. I asked very specifically, can I fly? And I was told at your own risk, so here we are.
I would say Praedykas ignores the skulls and has been walking and is just reinforcing the bridge.
One of the skulls looks and sees you slowly making your way across, positions himself about 10 feet above you. He just looks down and says, in Elvish, congratulations on making the halfway point.
Ignores because it's not relevant to him. It just keeps walking and reinforcing.
Hey, who said that you can keep going? As it just kind of floats up.
The Bramble Queen.
Still trying to keep it for the few.
That's like, no.
Sidara-
He will say in Elvish, the Bramble Queen, which is the name of an Archfey, and he is just going to vibe check the skull.
Roll a persuasion check.
This is the second time I've had to do this as his character, and he is not built for it. Let's see what fucking happens. That's an 18.
Wow.
Hey, he just looks down at you and then looks at everyone else. It just says in Elvish, my apologies. And it just kind of does the thing where it nods his head down. And he begins to fly underneath the bridge. And the other two skulls follow underneath it.
Cool.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna keep
Gonna
flying.
stay on the bridge then? Yeah,
No,
exactly.
the best part is, like, the smart people in the group don't speak Elvish, don't know what he vibe checked him with, and are just like, oh shit, he actually was useful.
I
my
see
gosh,
this
he
as an absolute win.
He used his words, Dump.
It's probably bad we don't know
I'm
what he
so
said.
proud.
Meanwhile, Vesca, yes, invoking the name of an archfey in the Feywild certainly does wonders.
Right.
I mean, he's never been, like, subtle about this. He's like, no, I'm her attack dog. This is my job.
Official Archfey business. Move.
I mean, he's not the only one that worship an archfey. And she keeps walking behind predicates.
It's a matter of national security.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much.
if Predicates hears that from Sundara, I am a wood groom. I am married to my patron.
Yeah, I know.
As you finish making your way across the bridge, in the center of the grotto is a piebald pony wearing blinders. A small wooden hut is strapped to its back, and a faint clatter can be heard from inside the hut.
Talkers.
So there's like a horse in the middle, or just at the other end of the bridges? Sorry.
It's at the opposite end of the bridge in this little grotto.
Okay. So we just keep going, or do we investigate this?
I guess you could. Was there anything that stood out?
Well, aside from this very tiny house that's strapped onto the back of this pony.
Oh, that. You know, it's probably another. Do we want to put Dormouse in again?
Could.
Wonder what
Dump
that's
will
from.
take off his hat. Dorman, would you mind investigating this tiny house on this pony?
Wait a second. I just remembered something. Predicat just walks up in front of the pony, like looking him straight in the eyes without the blinders. Is the house on your back important? Because he has speak with animals permanently.
This is where Obud lives, the pony says to you.
Who is Obud?
He's the oldest of the Brickanooks here.
Do we need his permission to pass?
Maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know. He does like talking to people.
Predicat just turns to the group. The oldest of the Brugganooks lives inside that tiny house. We probably need his permission to pass. We probably want someone who can talk through the door.
Alright. Do we...
Dorman having fluttered already up to the door at this point. Okay. He just kind of looks up, walks up to the door, and then he knocks. The door swings open, and a tiny wrinkled creature hobbles into view, accompanied by a wispy bulb of light. The old brigand peers at you through tiny spectacles that says a common, "Big folk! How wonderful!"
Hello.
Hello.
Pleased to meet all of you. Hello, my name is Obud. And I'll go ahead and I'm just gonna grab the handout for this one as well.
We are handout heavy this episode.
We are.
We're meeting all the proper nouns.
Mm.
I also love that we just left the human fighter that we would have loved to have, like, another one in Cholta personality behind, and they're just like, yeah, this is above my pay grade. I'm not dealing with you.
Is there a handout for this? Please tell me there's a handout of this.
Oh, I was ready to attack it. Attack that fighter. I really was.
I mean, we both were, but they were reasonable for both of us.
Yeah.
They're like, here's this big reason not to murder me. No, I can get behind this. You're okay.
Fine, you live this time.
I don't work with the hag. Oh, for real? Damn. Well, this is awkward.
I also love the party got to, like, actively, just act out their rage at Praedycots, because I realize I'm playing a bastard. So, yeah, please, take your wins.
Hey, this is for calling me stupid. Oh, man.
I actually forgot I was going to do a thing, but because combat took a slight bit longer, I was going to do, why do my cheeks hurt?
Don't worry about it.
No reason. You hit your face hard when you fell asleep.
Yeah, you fell face first.
Fair enough. I'm glad I didn't break my nose.
It could have been much worse, yeah.
Oh, there's not a handout for this, but
Sidara slowly rubs her hammer. Yeah, I could have.
Ah. Yes, hello. My name is Obud, and this is my pony, Keg. As he just motions to the pony.
Ah. A pleasure to meet you. We are the Witchlight Brigade. Trying to deal with the hag in the area. Trying to get things back to the way they were, and she's in the way.
Ah. So that's why you've crossed the chasm to see me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. Creepy Lead States are a terror, a dreadful place indeed. How about this? How about a trade? I will give you the location. I will give you the knowledge of the location of the tunnel. Is in exchange for something that would benefit us.
Okay.
So what do you have for that?
What would benefit you?
We won't murder all of your people. That'd be a benefit.
Okay, that's a bit intense.
That was the original plan.
He doesn't need to know that. And it's not the plan now. We could give him a thing.
But honesty is the best policy, isn't it?
He looks at you. That is debatable at best.
You're the one who said it.
Did I?
Sidara grins.
Oh, I guess I did. It is the best policy, in certain instances. This one is not one of them.
Man, dang, Sidara managed to out-talk Dop for once.
You win this round.
It's also Sidara and Praedycots ganging up on Dom, just like... like, you have made us choose peace. Validate it.
Hey, made us chose peace and stole my kills.
I didn't steal your kills, I just went first.
Sidara succeeding in the background. If I can't have any kills, then no one else will.
Just be faster next time. Obviously, it was a skill issue.
Right?
You don't realize how much I had to hold in a skill issue for Praedycots earlier. I was like, no, I can't be this divisive.
Like, you better be glad I didn't say nothing to the skulls, because I was about to.
Anyway.
So let's give him something of value to his people. I've got this broken mirror. There are these fuzzy slippers. I don't know if they'd be useful to you since they're so big. Got this sock that could make coal. It's been doing it for a while.
Sindaro pulls out a sucker.
Have a really nice
Ooh.
silver hammer and chisel.
Opa perks up as soon as you offer the sucker, Sindara. Ooh, I am fond of sweets.
Sindara grins. Would this work then?
Absolutely, it's big, almost as big as I am.
Don't eat too much. They do contain alcohol.
Which one is that one? Oh. Is he going to take the sucker?
Oh yeah, Opat's definitely on board. His hands are out.
Sindara hands it to him.
He just kind of looks up and he just giddily just begins licking the sucker.
This one is a apple moonshine.
Ooh.
Ooh, this one's got some kick to it.
Should we tell him the suckers are alcoholic?
I mean, I did say that.
Oh, ooh, boy, I feel rather giddy after this. Oh, that's got some burn to it too. Just one moment. He begins to just plop on his butt as he sits down. Just begins to giggle a little bit.
So, where's this stuff at?
The tunnel we need.
Oh, right. There's an illusion on the back wall of the grotto. That's where the secret tunnel's at.
All right.
All you have to do is just walk right through it. Should be nothing to it.
Easy enough.
All right. As you all begin to make your way back towards the back of the grotto.
Yep.
Sindara's walking away. I hope he doesn't get alcohol poisoning from that one.
From across
Yeah.
the cavern, you hear Bolivar just yell out, "Oh, bud! They also did mention that the Korans actually aren't working for Evelyn." Oh, lovely news indeed. We'll have to go ahead and talk with them about burying the hatchet, as it were.
Yes, it's just you're very loud with the mining here. It's very bothersome to them.
Oh,
Under his breath to Domf, you'll just hear from Praedicots, considering we're the hatchet, I hope they don't bury us.
No, I don't. It's a turn of phrase. It means burying all of the, hostilities between the two.
That sounds stupid.
It's diplomatic. That's diplomacy, really.
Now you're just making up words.
No, I mean, I've used diplomacy often in our journeys here. It's
No,
basically the word for talking to people and working things out.
Now I agree with Repair Castle on this one. You're making up words.
I'm not, though. It's a word that exists.
It's here
I
in
mean-
the dictionary.
What's a dictionary?
I can use my creation spell. I'll make a dictionary.
The book
Oh,
is
wait.
words.
No, I want to believe you create a dictionary, open up to diplomacy. It's like, oh, synonyms are a thing. I would say annoying.
So it is a main thing because you made the book.
It-
We're
It's
shitposting.
not.
We should go forward.
Tom just beside himself. No way to respond to that.
I'm sorry, I was reading stuff in the background. I completely missed it. I deeply apologize for that. Oh, I have to go back and look that up. I'm so sorry.
Before we head off, I don't know if you folks would be able to, but after you bury the hatchet with cords, could you do something about the lightning rods?
Oh, well, that might be something that we will probably need to discuss with them as well. Perhaps we could combine our efforts to help you inside.
That
we
would be
discuss it enough.
fantastic. Should we wait then for that to get sorted, or are we good to go to the tunnel, do you think?
No, let's go ahead and hash this. Let's go ahead and hash these details out. And,
Yeah.
as you kind of ponder the prospect of, peace being brokered between the Brigadox and the Koreds, and, making your way across, and seeing your way is closer to making your way to Motherhorde, I think this is actually a great place to end the session for tonight.
Hey.
Hey.
Once again, we're developing an army.
Wait, you don't want to kill us? No, we actually want to kill this person. I want to kill this person. Can I join you?
Did we just become best friends?
Yup!
Yep.
That's how
Welcome
it
to
all
Karate in the
starts.
Garage.
Yeah!
Oh lord, I hate the fact that the people that would say that are Sindara and fucking Praedykots.
Yeah.
They would also be the one that one of them is like, "What are you doing? Burying you alive! Stop! No!"
Oh, this is how you throw them through the wall.
So I know we're gonna start doing our wrap up, but for once I'm gonna do El Robot's quote of the session, which goes to Sola. The joke wasn't for you. Which again, fighting murder cucked, which I might actually now realize that YouTube will not let anyone see. I think the joke wasn't for you will be the title. But it will be I will definitely reference it in the episode description.
I was gonna say that's what the descriptions are for. No one reads those anyway.
Trust
We can
me, I
still
know.
use
I
it as
put
the
too much
raid
work in them.
message.
But yeah, Caitlin, you go first, and then we'll work our way down the horn.
Oh, Kids C37. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Blue Sky places at Kids C37. You can also find my Etsy links in all of those places. If you want merch, most of it has been hotel. So yeah, that's me.
We just going down the list in order?
Why
Might
not?
as well.
Then that would be me next. Hey everyone, I'm Dragon Max. You can find me in all sorts of places under that name, sometimes with the underscore in there. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Mondays is Persona 5 Strikers, where we're about to take on the first boss of the game. The Alice in Wonderland Lady Gaga amalgamation, known as Alice. Tuesdays, when we're not over here, you can find me over at my channel with Chaco and Hoshi doing Baldur's Gate. We're in the city. Wednesday, you can find me over at my channel doing not Baldur's Gate, I just said that one. Curse of Strahd, Barovian Odyssey, with previously mentioned people, as well as Deluna and several others. They are in the Amber Temple, almost done with it, in fact. They're just gonna get some treasure, and then gonna head on out to deal with the Devil Strahd, who's just sort of waiting for them in a chair with a sword or something.
We've already established it's a long shirt. He's having a nice little relaxing time.
Yeah, he's pulling a Virgil at the moment. Thursdays is party streams. Friday is my almost I must be tired. I'm all over the place. Fridays is Pokemon Scarlet Dracolock, we're about to do the DLC specifically so I can get an Applin. I want an Applin. I want to make it evolve into Diplin so I can get its final evolved form that I really, really, really want. And then we're going back to the main plot to, I don't know, gym or something. And that does it for me, I believe. Hoshi is next in the line.
Hello, I am Royal Hoshi. You can find me on all social media as Royal Hoshi. On Tuesday when we're not here, you can find me, Draco, and Choco playing Baldur's Gate 3 on our respective channels. And Wednesdays, you can find me on Draco's channel playing in Curse of Strahd, playing Clover. Based on situations with me getting a new job and scheduling and all that stuff, I might start streaming more once I get all that situated. But that will be it for me.
But I guess that means it's my turn then. Hello, I'm Mill Ninja. I've been your DM for tonight. You can also find me over on Blue Sky and sometimes on Twitch at Mill Ninja. Streams to be determined to be picked up soon. You can also find me adjacent at this campaign on Tuesdays at twitch.tv/LeJake, where I play in his Adosian Anthologies Legacy of the Deal Breakers, where the party has successfully teleported their way to the Demi-Plater College of Patronage, where one of the players has been summoned in order to possibly have an appeal for a wrongful exile on the character, including meeting up with some of his former co-students at the monastery that was there. So, what other stuff has been going on in Patronage the whole time that Rugar has been gone? Magic shenanigans are going to be afoot. Tune in next Tuesday and find out. And after that, if you happen to be in the Milwaukee area, I will be heading down to Adepticon, which just recently moved up there this year. I'm actually going to be hanging out with the Parabellum Games folks, the guys that make Conquest, during the weekend. If you happen to be down there, swing on by. I can show you a demo for the game, hang out, talk shop. Otherwise, I'll be just hanging around the con. So, hope to see you guys down there if you're making your way. Let's jump up. DeLuna, you're next. Go.
Hello, my name is 103. You can find me on Twitter can't find me on Twitter anymore. I don't know why I still do that every now and then, but find me on everywhere you can think to find me on Blue Sky, YouTube, TikTok, at DeLuna13. So, tomorrow you'll find me on Draco's channel for our Barovian Odyssey campaign. Shit's about to happen. I'm both excited and scared about it. And hopefully Friday, we actually had a session this last week that, although short, was a great getting back into it. On Twitch the Person's channel, we'll be going at around 4 o'clock Central Time. We'll be having Power to Cyberstrike again. I'm super excited to be back in that world. I missed playing Nova, and God, is it going to be a fun arc. So do tune in for that. And then anytime that I'm not here, there, or anywhere else, you'll probably find me on Drago's channel playing party games with him. And that's it for me.
Go, Choco.
Hello, I'm Choco7111. Apologize for the audio problems earlier. Microsoft did indeed work my audio settings. Hopefully everybody's been good with it now and can hear me properly. I can be found all over the social medias as any form of Choco7111. I stream on Twitch, usually on Tuesdays when me, Hoshi, and Draco do D&D in the form of Baldur's Gate 3. We are currently in Baldur's Gate finally, and there's a murder mystery afoot. So Detective Zimotis is on the case. Wednesdays, you can find me over on Draco's channel for Curse of Strahd, where I play both the Tabaxi Artificer and no one else. Again, Tuesdays, you can find me here playing this game as Vezka. And then on Thursdays, you can usually find me on Draco's channel for party games if I don't have any issues with work. And Fridays, you can find me and DeLuna along with many other friends over at twitch.tv/twitchperson for Power Rangers Afterstark, our Power Rangers tabletop campaign, where we have currently landed on Kelvis, the frozen planet, aka Hoth. So we are making Planet Side and tune in for that on Friday. And that is all I got. So I believe, Vaughn, you're the only one left.
Yeah, and you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn. You can find me on Patreon at Burnout's Bar. So Friday, something might happen. Keep a look on YouTube. It might get uploaded, it might not. But things are happening. There might be another game in the works, so keep up with that. Saturday, we're fighting the big boss and my character's personal, actual nemesis who has sworn death on me, and I've sworn death on him. So we're getting ready for a boss fight. It'll be fun. Then on Sunday, oh boy, we are in a dangerous place, and we've lost the person who is the heart of our party and also the leader. And 2 people have had to step up, and we will have mixed results for how that goes forward. But with that said, we're going to raid our good friend, one Skelly Alpha. And we have already decided our raid message is going to be murder cucked. So, thank you all for coming out. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. Bye, buddy.